Hi, I'm Linda, and this is No Frills ASMR. I have a few books here. I thought we could just kind of flip through 'em. I want to try to get, I don't know, inspiration for my house because now that my kids are all moved out, I'm kind of redoing rooms. You know how people do. And so I just wanted to look through these for fun, really. So I have this one called The New Bohemian Handbook. Okay. In case you haven't figured it out, my style's a little eclectic and definitely not minimal. I wouldn't say it's overstuffed either. It's sort of, I don't know. I don't even know how to describe it. But anyway, and then this one's called Jungalow Decorate Wild. And I'll show you why I thought this one might be good to look at. And I like this one too because it's got the kind of crinkly library book sound. I love that sound so much. It's like my favorite sound in the whole world. And not enough books have this anymore. And then New York Behind Closed Doors. So, look how funny. Sorry, Joey Ramone. Okay, this will be fun. So anyway, I thought we could just kind of flip through those. But before we do that, I want to show you. So I think I told you guys not that long ago about my bathroom, the downstairs bathroom. Our house was built in the 50s, and the bathroom is pink and green. Now, I couldn't pull a tile off the wall, but this is one of the floor tiles. The floor tiles and the wall tiles are like this. No. The floor tiles and the trim of the wall tiles, the bathtub and the toilet, and the sink, which I'm going to I'll talk about that. But they are this minty kind of green. The wall tiles are a pink. Now, I couldn't pull one off the wall, so I just brought a towel that pretty much matches the color pink. It doesn't show up in this lighting because the lighting's kind of got a yellow glow to it, but they're basically pink and green 1950s pink bathroom. So I think what I told you is I was sort of, it's just, in the probably 80s, they put in a big mirror and a really ugly light that is like rusted. There's a lot wrong, and it's been driving me crazy. And I was ready to rip it down to the studs and make a walk-in shower in case I ever get old and can't go in the bathtub, and just make it like white, just update it. And Greg is a man who doesn't like change. He's very he likes to keep things original, and sometimes that's okay, but sometimes it can be like old-fashioned. I don't know. But anyway, after some discussion, we have decided to keep the pink and green because he convinced me. But also I like the idea. But I said, I gotta do something to like make it funky. If we're keeping it, it's gotta be funky. So we got our toilet seat didn't quite match. It was like a problem because this color, well, I found one that exactly matched it. I bought that. I'm gonna find the bathroom sink that perfectly matches it because at some point somebody removed it and put in like a cheap Depot white sink and it looks bad. So I'm gonna find the original sink. We're gonna take the ugly mirror and the ugly light off and put, I think, an old mirrored medicine chest, cabinet back in there, and get some cool lights. And then on the other wall, put another mirrored cabinet that opens. They're like opposite, so you don't get the mirror in the mirror effect. I don't know. But I bought this, you guys, and my son thinks I'm crazy, but I think it's gonna look really cool. I bought this pink and green wallpaper to make it look really funky. And I think with the mirrors and some funky lights, it's gonna look cool. So, and this pretty much exactly goes with the green and the pink of the bathroom. And it has these kitty cats. Now, the good news with this wallpaper is it's peel and stick. So if after a while I go, oh my god, what was I thinking? I can just peel it right off. It's not like permanent wallpaper. And also it was a pretty good deal. I think I got it on Black Friday, and this is enough to do the whole bathroom. I think it was like under $50. So, oops. And I said, that's going to be too hard to put up. I'm not good at that. But Greg is actually, he's just like, I don't know, kind of let's say this. He used to be a perfectionist. Now in his older age, he's like, I don't really care. But he can still be a perfectionist. So he's like, oh, I can do it perfectly. Don't worry. I'm like, okay. So anyway, that'll be fun. So that's a project, our next project. Someday we'll talk about, he has some health issues. So I have to wait until he feels good enough to do stuff sometimes. And he's working on a different project right now. So that may be a while, but I'm excited. Okay, so let's take a look. We'll just flip through these a little bit. The new Bohemian Handbook, huh? I believe that good design increases quality of life. Yeah, I think I could get behind that. Oh, sorry, that was probably really loud. I believe in vintage, organic, and handmade. This sounds like me. Oh my god. Vintage, organic, and handmade. That's like totally me. I believe in the healing power of plants, good light, and fresh air. Okay, hold on. I may be a bohemian. I didn't know. Because these are all things. I believe that objects made with love, care, and good materials bring those qualities with them wherever they go. Yes. I believe that creativity and good vibes can save the world. Well, I don't know about that. That's wishful thinking. What is that? I don't know. So what is this book? Come Home to Good Vibes. Okay. Let's see. It's kind of cute. They put plants in these. That's kind of cute. Interesting idea. I love orange and pink together. That's fun. That chair looks very uncomfortable to me. I wouldn't enjoy that. That's my other thing is it has to be functional. I don't want things in my home that aren't serving no function. So I have stuff, but I don't have many things that aren't functional unless it's like artwork or something. But ooh, I like it. Look at this comfy leather couch. It looks like one of those that's too deep. Like you have to have the pillows to sit up. And I'm a sit up straight kind of person for the most part. Unless I'm super cleaning. You know what? I used to have like a fair amount of baskets around. Hold on. I gotta grab a tissue. I used to, but they tend to get, like I had one just like this that I used to keep, I don't know, I forget, picnic stuff or something, but they get like dusty, especially if they're in your kitchen. They'll pick up oil and dust in a way that they're not easy to clean, you know what I'm saying? Energy cleansers, all right. My son gave me a big thing of sage one time. I'm like, I don't know what to do with this. But he's the one, we're looking for a house for him. So I thought it would be kind of funny. Once he buys a house, I'll go over there with sage and go, we got to do whatever that is. They do like a sage cleaning. Throughout the ages, burning sage has been used by many cultures for purification. So I could do that just for fun. He'll be like, where'd you get the sage? And I'll be like, you gave it to me like 5 years ago. I like to use white sage bundles. Yeah, I have that. You can wash your hands in the smoke and walk into it to cleanse yourself. Then proceed to smudge your space. Bring the burning sage to different pockets of your home, paying special attention to corners and any areas you feel have stagnant energy. Okay. Never leave smoldering herbs unattended. Don't breathe in the smoke directly, and don't hotbox your room. Okay. There we go. This looks kind of cool. It's like so white, but then they use this dark tile that has like a texture. I actually like that. It's kind of interesting. And it looks like old cabinets that they've painted. See, this is like a great idea for like my son. He's looking at a lot of these houses or fixer-uppers. Well, he doesn't have a lot of money to put towards fixing up. And he was like, Mom, you know, I don't think I could afford to redo the kitchen and some of the... I'm like, well, you can do it cheaper. Like, I've done it. We can paint cabinets and add new handles. And then doing tile like this, sometimes you can find that in, I mean, probably not these, but something like it inexpensive and do it yourself. And these are actually made out of like nothing special. That's just wood that you could get. So yeah. And these almost look like either painted or vinyl. I'm not even sure that's tile. But I think I can help him do it on the cheap. I'm really good at doing things on the cheap. Hey, look, it's like my light. Wow, look at that. All the plants. I'm not that good with plants. Bunch of guitars. All these pictures have guitars. I guess Bohemian people play guitar. Well, then we must really be Bohemians. What is that going on here? Like some rocks and marigolds and driftwood. I have to say, a lot of that furniture doesn't look super comfy. What is this kitchen doing? Okay. Flow. All those hats. Wow. Oh, there's that kitchen again. Yeah, I think they really did just paint some old, like, 1970s cabinets. And they even kept the same door pulls. They took out the uppers and put in shelves and then used a dark. That's kind of interesting. And, like, the appliances are older. I don't dislike that. I do dislike this shag carpet. I know it seems cool when you're young, maybe, but it's so hard to keep clean, to vacuum. It's just a mess. We had it in the 70s. My mom had like orange shag carpet. Oh, look at that chair. Oh my gosh. It's like a, what is it? Purcell? Is that the name? Chair. But they've upholstered it a pink velvet. That's pretty wild. I don't know that I'd actually pick that color for myself, but I like that it's interesting. Spirit animal. Like, those are flamingos. That's kind of interesting. Well, the mask. I don't know if you can have masks on your wall like that anymore after those pictures. Do you know what I'm talking about? Spirit environment. What is your spirit environment? Oh, I don't. Let me see. Okay, which one? You pick what color scheme you dig the most. That's kind of tricky. I think here's the thing with me. I would do in each room a different, because these could all go together like that. Kind of flows with that. Kind of flows with. So every room would be a little bit different. So every room can have a different feel. That tree needs some water. Desert. Beach. My sister is definitely beach. She has a beach theme. Jungle. Boy, I don't know. grassland. Mountains. I'm going to guess I'm mountains, but I'm not sure. Let's see what mountains looks like. California. Yeah, I probably would be mountains. Because I like all those kind of earthy feeling. Or if they had mid-century modern, I'd be somewhere in there. Because I do like pink. I like pink, mint green, turquoise. But I also like, I don't know, window treatments, room dividers. Kind of interesting. Air purifiers, which I guess is the plants, see? I don't love this. Oh, that's the shower. Okay. Maybe I do. Hold on. That's the shower and that's the toilet. And it just drains. Oh, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. This guitar needs a cleaning. It's really dirty. You can't have this high a gloss on your guitar and not wipe it down like every time you play. It just looks like gross. It's like, you know, how some people have a iPhone screen and it's so dirty and then they go, you want to look at a picture? I'm like, no. I don't want to touch that. 10-foot pole. That's bad. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that. Harmony. Some of these I can't decide what I think. There used to be a show. I think it was on HGTV. And I hate to put down anybody's because, you know, some people like it, but it was called Restored by the Fords. I think that's what it was called. And we were, I think my husband and I were like sick one time at the same time. And so we sat home and we never do. We don't watch daytime TV like ever, but we just started watching the show. And so we watched multiple episodes in a row. And every room they walked in, and it would have like brick or stone fireplace or like whatever. And they would paint it completely white. They'd paint the floor. And I don't mean like beige. I mean white, like hospital white. They'd paint the floor, all the brick surfaces, all the stone surfaces, the ceiling. If there were wood beams, they'd paint everything white. And so my husband just started calling it Destroyed by the Force instead of Restored. We were like, what are they doing? Like, they'd have a room like this with any kind of paneling, they'd paint it white. They'd have a fireplace that had stone, they'd paint it white. It was like crazy town. I don't know. They did some weird stuff. But part of that's watching a whole bunch of episodes in a row. You start to go, okay, these people just paint everything white. All right, that's kind of it for that. Let's see what this one's got. Jungalow. Decorate. Wild. Jungalow. So it's like bungalow, but jungle. Okay. Magic in the mix. That looks kind of cool, but oh, there's falling water. I keep thinking about doing an episode on Frank Lloyd Wright. I'm kind of find that interesting. Oh, let's take a look. See, I do like an emerald green kind of color. I think that's fun. Funky, okay. Adventurous roots. Alright, let's get to the pictures of houses. Or is it kind of just... Oh no, wait, there's... Wow. Am I crazy? Did we see this same picture in this other book? Didn't I say I like the way they made that into plants? I swear we saw that. Maybe it was this book. Maybe it was when I don't know. I could have sworn it was the other one. Oops, sorry. girlfriend who uses really, really bold colors, like Kelly green and bright mustard yellow. And it is cool. It's not like my style I tend to use more, but it does look cool. I kind of love that. Look at these tiles. They're like the herringbone, but look, they put this around and then put another tile in there. I like that a lot, actually. Yeah, that's kind of cool. Yellow, orange, blue, purple, pink. What's this? Hold on. Here's a kitchen. Now, I feel like I saw these tiles, something very similar, at like Lowe's or Home Depot, and I was like, I bet you could use these and they'd look pretty cool. And they do, if they were like this. I swear they were like this. And then they these are probably new cabinets, but you could paint cabinets to kind of look like that. And then they put a copper sink. Maybe that's an expensive stove. And these can be pretty inexpensive, those kind of tiles. I don't know. Oh, that's cool. They used all these cacti, and succulents to make like a centerpiece. That's pretty neat. I don't think I'd want a cactus on my plate. Give me this one. Because these ones, they're nasty. If you accidentally touch it, you'll get like a bazillion little teeny tiny, almost microscopic. It'll put off like 50 of them, and it sucks. It sucks. Some of them even have like a little barb, and they'll kind of catch. So this is like not a functional idea. I also wouldn't actually put them in the centerpiece, because if anybody reached across to hand something they could get, that would really be a bummer. You'd feel like a bad hostess. Wild for pattern. Well, that's like this, I think, my pattern. Feels like there's more than one page there, but there's not. So they mean patterns in the textiles, I guess. Wait a minute. See this light? I kind of want to find some lights like that for my bathroom redo, I think. Look like old vintage lights. Plants. This is all like batik fabric they used on that. We adore chaos because we love to produce order. I'm trying to figure out what they're doing there. They're like drawing and cutting. I don't know. What are they doing? Hold on. I have to go back. Make your own tessellation. What? Now go ahead and make your own. Oh, sorry. Tessellating pattern. I gotta see this one. Paint. Okay, so they got a piece of, I guess, like this that you can stick, but then made their own design. Is that what they did? I'm not really sure. I guess so. I made a whole bunch of them. Well, you gotta have a little skill to do that. Here's tile. The term tessellation comes from the Latin tessellare, which is what the ancient Romans called little squares of tiles on stone, ceramic, or glass. They used to create mosaic floors. Artisans since ancient times have experimented with the possibilities of tessellated shapes to create geometric patterns, particularly in tile. Okay. I'm all ears. What are we doing? Oh, penny tile. That's that design we saw in the other one. Wow. kind of interesting. I know one time we bought pieces of penny tiles that were really different types of colors. This was in a house we like. I mean, I don't want to call it flipped because we lived there for a while, but kind of. And we pulled out some and then pulled some from the others and kind of switched them around to make patterns and designs. And it turned out really cool. It's kind of like what they're doing, I guess. That's kind of pretty, isn't it? Small patterns that read as solids. Yeah, it's kind of nice. Oh, gosh. I think this is kind of like the rug my mom had, honestly. This is a lot. When it's clean and fresh and brand new, you're like, isn't it lovely? But once this rug starts getting a little matted and dirty, it's just gross. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know. She looks like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz in that dress. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Look at that wall of plants. That is so awesome. Oh, my gosh. I love that. I bet it keeps your house cool in the summer and warm in the winter. Like, these tiles were in this book, right? I'm not crazy, am I? I almost feel like the same person made both these books. Alright, well. Alright, let's take a look at this one. New York behind closed doors. That shark. Oh, wow. That's funny. Look, they have a picture of a coffin. They have a head of an Easter bunny. They've got some stuffed ravens and a goose. They've got like a, no, not a pit bull, not a bulldog. Maybe some type of bulldog, I don't know. Artwork, that's pretty wild. I don't know about all this stuffed, animal stuff. I don't know how I feel about that. Oh, wow. That's beautiful. In Brooklyn, I bet that's a multi-million-dollar house in Brooklyn. I would think. Unpainted that. That's cool. A substantial world. Wow, that does look nice, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. I'm not a fan of this chandelier, but this... Well, they must not use the staircase because it's covered in books. They must have said we don't walk up and down there. A jeweled life. Wow. Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, my phone just told me it has low battery. I hope it's been recording. I think it's going to cut off at any given moment, so I'll just keep recording. It should charge while I'm talking. I don't know why it's not. Oh, I'll just keep going. If it cuts off, it cuts off. I don't really see the screen to my phone, so I don't know what it did just then. Wow, look at that. That's like wild. Oops. I want. It's kind of weird. Oh, that's interesting. They got like all cream and white pottery. I don't really love it, but it's interesting. Oh gosh, that's ornate. Oh my goodness, that's really ornate. That looks like the Blue Boy, you know, that old painting. Oh. Blown glass. I don't know about all that. Eden. Sometimes I feel like these kind of things, I worry they could be like some tribe or something is wishing they had them back. You know what I mean? Like, should I have these in my house? I don't know. Not that I have anything like that. Well, I have some like, oof, I don't like that at all. Ugh. No, 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 no. It's fluorescent lights above your little eating space. Yuck. Memphis and Chelsea. Oh, yuck. That's not for me. Hamburger chairs. Hamburger. This looks like out of like The Crown or something. I do like the color of the paint, but it's all kind of ornate. Oh my goodness. So ornate. Wow. Look at that kitchen. That's the stove. You can tell they never used that stove even once. Head over heels. There's the steps. I'd fall down and kill myself. No, I probably wouldn't, but I'd feel like I might. Yeah. Strange places crammed. Okay. Well, that doesn't look crammed. You know, there's a place near us where they took an old church and turned it into apartments. I don't know. It would feel kind of weird to me. Like the stained, like it's like this, where the apartments are kind of cut, so you have part of stained glass in your apartment. It's kind of cool, but it's also like, I don't know. Like I remember going to a dinner one time that was in an old church that they had made into a, restaurant bar, and it just felt kind of weird, like almost too open, and I don't know. Cargoed brightness. Cargoed. I'm not sure what that means. Yes. Whoa. Look at all those ferns. Holy moly. All that glass. Silk stocking. That's ugly for me. Oh, I don't know. I like the bouquet, but these covers on the chairs, I don't know about that. Are those real bugs? Ew. Ew, ew. Huh. They look like they're gonna come to life and kill you in the middle of the night. It's kind of a cute bar setup. These are Andy Warhol. I do like that bathroom. That's cute. Fantasy Anorum. Yeah, that's pretty. That's all kind of nice. Ooh, I do like that. Big old kitchen with a big table right in the middle. That's nice. That would be fun. Like if you want to sit together and cook and stuff. I'd enjoy that. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I keep hitting the mic. This is probably my favorite of them.